Is there anything that gets the juices flowing like a rivalry game? And our matchup is bitter. It has barbs and shots thrown on and off the field over the years. The Dome, home to the Orange and Syracuse University. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the Pittsburgh Panthers, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the Syracuse Orange. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Pitt lined up for the opening kickoff. He'll bring it out. It's James. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Syracuse's offense comes onto the field first today. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling, the temperature
breaks into the open. Oh, he got loose. They believe in this running game, and he's out across the 40 to the 43 before going out of bounds.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down, make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
Past the first down marker and still running. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Under fire. He's got it. Into the secondary on the right. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. And how about taking a big chunk out of this defense on the opening drive?
And with the speed they have on the perimeter, Reese, no doubt. They want to come out here and test this secondary, test these DBs.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Syracuse.
And they talked about it this week with us. They talked about wanting to start this football game fast. Nothing like taking the opening possession, using your script to your advantage, and then getting closer and exerting your physicality, running the football in, off to a hot start for this offense.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Pitt Panthers offense has the ball for the first time. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this cornerback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed, he's got game-breaking ability, catching the football, can climb the ladder. He's going up against one of the best shutdown corners in the game. I cannot wait to watch this.
Yeah, and he's got the speed to stay with him and the instincts, and he's been so great out wide in every game. This is a huge test. This is a Sunday test. 2 NFL guys going at it.
There he goes. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. Pitt right back to the line.
Well, after watching the other offense go down the field and score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big third down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish confidence as early as possible. That last throw is really going to help out your team.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's nickel. Under fire. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
This is not an ideal start for this offense. Your defense already gave up points on the first drive. This is your first opportunity, and you're not doing the most important thing, protecting your quarterback. Already 2 sacks on the day.
Pitt will have to boot this one away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He makes a fair catch, couple of steps inside his own 25 at the 23-yard line. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. Already a solid start to this one, now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Got it in the middle, it's Russell. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. Syracuse might take a shot here on 2nd and short. Oh, they're after him. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-load, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it...
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
Sometimes the quarterback puts that zip on it and you can hear it, and sometimes he uses the lob wedge where it takes a little time to get there. That time he used the lob wedge and the defender came in and made the interception. Big play for this defense early.
The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. To throw, it's Nickel. Pulls it in, it's Gresham. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. I don't know why, but it's a thing. The ACC Wheel of Destiny, you spin it, you never know how it's going to come up, and you can't afford to give away a game early in a conference like this.
And I think both of these coaching staffs, David, understand that, and they've been preaching to their team, we've got to start fast. Not just in this game. We've got to start the season fast. We've got to take advantage of this opportunity.
And I think Reese hit it right on the head, too. The Wheel of Destiny, right? It seems like it's a new team every year that's playing in the championship and appears to be a wide-open league. So a lot of turmoil, a lot of change. I think that starting 1-0 is an important step to getting to that championship game.
And the offense will stay on the field. Do you think they're just going to try to make the defense jump? All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Pittsburgh going to work with a fresh set of downs. On the run, it's Turner. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. Pitt will line up to punt it away. They make the stop on the return, but there is laundry on the field. Let's get the call. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Looking to throw, it's Nickel. Pucks it out of the air. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. We've come to the break, and it's Syracuse on top. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. They go to the ground. Plows through the defense. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Pitt pushing the pace. On third down, he drops to throw. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. So they'll send out the field goal unit. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. Splits the uprights right down the middle. That'll bring him to within 4.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. He'll keep it himself. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets him up to the 24. Let's see what they've got on second down. Gonna run it. It's Hampton. Makes it past the marker. He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. They'll move the wide receiver. Handoff from the gun. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. The Orange just need to get some of that yardage back here on second down. He'll pull it on the read. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Man, and that's just making it way too easy on the defense. They're laughing at that short throw. They're like, really? Okay, we'll just make an easy tackle and jog our punt return team out on the field. We're going to make it that easy for us.
They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. They'll send the tight end in motion. From the gun, the ground game. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Orange, after the explosive play, might go right back to the ground. Caught in the backfield. It's McFadden. There he goes. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Orange! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Yeah, and it's money time. It's 3rd and goal. You got the option. You can run the football, still be balanced, use the big fella, the tight end. I love it down here because he can act like he's blocking, slip out, and get open. And then he's got that big body. You just throw it to him, and he does the rest.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Troy is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's less than a touchdown lead. They're trailing by 6.
Turning it on! That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. Pitt right back to the line. Looking for a man. It's nickel. Pocket breaking down. He's in open space downfield. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. Wants to go up top. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42. Looking downfield on first down. Quickly to the tight end. He goes out of bounds, but not before getting it to the 32. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Motion from the back. Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. He's got his man. Tripped up for the tackle. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Makes a connection. And they make the striking connection, and they've got it down to the 13-yard line, a red zone chance. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. It's complete to the right. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal. Wants to go up top. Steps away to find some room. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Pitt!
That is a huge way to end this half. Man, cutting into the lead, gaining the momentum. Nice job finishing the half with some positive vibes going into halftime.
He'll try to tack on one more. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. They'll run the counter. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
We are just about ready to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. The sure hands, it's Thomas. Out across the 30, steps out of bounds at the 31-yard line as they try to put something together. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Pitt pushing the pace.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. To the air, it's nickel. Here's a heat. Finds some fresh air. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. The Panthers are on the move.
You have got to have pass rushing lane integrity when you face this quarterback. On third down, someone gets out of his gap right up the middle. It's easy for the quarterback to see. He just tucks it and takes off and picks up the first down.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. And the Panthers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Off the play fake on first down. Quickly complete. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. He's got him. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. He wants to throw it again. Finds his big tight end. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Tries to get it on the ground. He gives him a fresh set of downs, and this one will be first and goal from the 6. The Panthers had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
And they get nothing. The ball remains at the 2-yard line. Slams it ahead. Touchdown, Panthers. And that one will give them the lead. A methodical drive, soul-crushing, spirit-breaking, and it ends in a touchdown.
And listen, I know everybody wants the big plays, the big, long touchdowns and all that stuff, but putting a drive together like that is very difficult to do time and time again, and it's demoralizing for the defense. Great drive by the offense.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal.
There's no way we're going down.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. Going right to work up top. Fires on the move. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. The Orange with a lot of work to do on third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Orange will have to punt. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Got his man. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Pitt right back to the line.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be...
Oh, he's got some space. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Pittsburgh going to work with a fresh set of downs. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Gresham. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. Here comes the offense on second down. Complete on the shuffle. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Finds his big tight end. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a first and goal. Looking to pass. It's Nickel. Looking to get it in. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Conference USA action right now, fellas. Wait till you see how things are playing out. The home team is within striking distance, but time is not on their side. Time to see if they can solve this riddle. The Flames have managed to tune out this crowd, and that's a reflection on the upperclassmen on this team. They lead by example, and no surprise, here we are. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Liberty. Implications galore inside CUSA, and we'll circle back should anything big happen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. So we open the final period with a third down play. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. The Orange trying to move the chains on third down as we open the fourth. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Offensive line has got to do a better job communicating, and they got to do a better job pre-snap seeing where this pressure is coming from. That DB was essentially telegraphing his blitz, and nobody picked him up.
Syracuse will be forced to punt. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Just needs a crack to get a return. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Can't get him to the ground. He was able to reach into his bag of tricks and use it to pick up a few extra yards.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
They'll snap it from the 30 on first down.
3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offense.
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
You know, could that be the play that changes the momentum now in this game? Remember, they're down, and it seems like the opponent's got this game in hand, but because of that interception, could that be the play now that generates the momentum to give them a spark to maybe come back and steal this game?
The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Fires to the big fella. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Looking to fire. Shoots it to the left. Working the big fella downfield and outside. Syracuse right back at it.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
The Orange with a ton of options available on second and short. On the run, it's Hampton. Fights off a defender. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Tempo and overdrive.
They run it, they get the first down, and look at the offense. Right back on the football, ready to crank this tempo up.
To the air on first down. He's going to fire deep. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. They're dealing with a second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll fires one high and deep. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. The offense changing the play. They want that clock to run. Got the first down and more. Breaks into the open. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. They'll run it on first and goal. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line. The defense calls a timeout, trying to get itself organized. Go straight ahead. Touchdown, Panthers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry, get some emotion, get some momentum on your side.
On the move from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Syracuse right back at it.
And this defense has done such a great job. Another sack on the day. They forced an intercept.
Here's trouble. Ball's out in the end zone. A loose football in the end zone, and the defense there to pounce on it for 6.
And the defense right now flying around, getting to the ball carrier, knocking the ball loose, running into the end zone, jumping on it for a touchdown.
Lining up for the PAT. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. He'll start the return inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Trying to start the drive with a pass. That's caught. It's James. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Grabbed over the middle. It's Russell. This guy runs with some attitude, discarding tacklers, and works his way to the 19.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
The Orange now facing a 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Picked off. What a play to set him up. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here. With the game in hand, the offense choosing to just have the quarterback take a knee. Guys, this is a story we see every single year in college football. Ranked teams losing to unranked opponents. Whatever the reasons, it adds to the flavor of a season.
It's so good because we all love the upsets, and then if you're the team that got that ranked win, Jesse, you start to build your resume, start to build some momentum. So this squad got a good win today.
They sure did. They put the rest of college football on alert with that huge win. And for the team losing, they've now got to be able to turn the page. They got to go back, do some soul searching, because they're a much better team than what they showed today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another welcome everyone to Acrisure Stadium, home of the Pitt Panthers. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Boston College Eagles, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Pittsburgh Panthers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. Boston College about to kick it off and get this game started. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Pittsburgh's offense will start this game off with the football. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off a defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make...
There he goes! And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. And the Panthers moving quickly to the line.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick, because they're right back on the line to call another play.
And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short. No huddle offense to the line.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again, back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
A third down try for the offense. Looking to throw, it's nickel. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. Touchdown, Pitt! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy. Let him do the rest.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Boston College's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming to this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
And the missed connection on third down. Boston College lining up to punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Boots' first of the day away was called on 4 times in the victory last week. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you, Palmer.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
They make the stop, but how about the shot this sophomore quarterback took as he delivered the ball? Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Grabbed in the middle. It's Gresham. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. Pitt pushing the pace. Looking downfield, it's Nickel. Pressure coming. With the catch, it's Thomas. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. He'll do it himself. He'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. No huddle here for the offense.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. It's good. There is a flag on the play. Now, if this is on the defense, it might not change that much. Offense has already made the long field goal. Might be the worst-case scenario for this defense. Thought they'd held them to 3. Now the offense with a chance for more. Here's a quick throw out to the left. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The give to the back. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. He wants it all. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Hammers ahead for a yard out to the 12. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to pass. There's the pressure. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. It's a fumble on the play. And this fumble will squirt out of bounds. Ball spotted at the 21. It's 1st down. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Turning it on! The freshman brought down after a really nice run there. And the Golden Eagles will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Takes a hit as he fires. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
Nothing going right for this team early in the 1st quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense put you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. They built a quick double-digit lead now to try to get this offense really humming. Pitt right back to the line. Back to throw, it's Nickel. Looking to the big tight end. Catch in the middle, it's Thomas. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. First and goal from the 7. Looking to throw. Looking for the goal line. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Now on 2nd and goal. Looking to fire. Trying to bowl his way out. Touchdown, Panthers. They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he made the extra point without problem. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. South Carolina is ruling the roost right now. What an offensive showcase today. They can't be stopped. They're up 14 over Arkansas. We'll keep an eye on things until the final horn in a game that could shake things up a bit in the SEC.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Now the play fake. Bringing the heat. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And this has not been a good start for this offense. Like, this whole team, actually. They're already found themselves in a big hole. They're already trailing. They're going to need to throw the football, and you're going to have to protect your guy. This protection has to be better so he can make more plays.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. That's the end of the period, and Pittsburgh has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. Off the boot, looking for his man. Unleashes it on the run. Boston College will send out the punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Hauls it in, looking for space. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. From the gun, give on the inside. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. Pitt pushing the pace.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. Back to pass. It's nickel. They're working that left side. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. And they decide to trot out the kicker. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. It is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. They'll give it to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Off play action. blasted as he lets it go. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
From the gun, running back on the move. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. They'll try to run for it. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And that lead grows even bigger.
You've got to make the opponent pay for turning the football over, and while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're pretty happy getting the field goal.
They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. BC has it back, and the Eagle offense returns to the field. Caught in the backfield, it's Harris. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. The play action fake. Right on the money. And that's why you do explosive work in the weight room. Arm day's a good thing as he gets it to the 23. They'll try to bully their way for the first. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Hunt is on its way. Now on the return. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Quarterback on the keeper. He breaks a tackle. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to pass, it's nickel. They get to him as he throws. A strike downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Using the quick game. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up. Pitt coming to the line after getting another 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front, and they won one right there, getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start winning more of those because they are finding themselves in a hole here early in the game.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh!
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. From inside the 10, here he comes. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. He's got him in the flat. He gets it up close to the 25. Out of bounds, they'll mark it at the 24. That last completion sets him up on second down. Back to pass. He's got the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Boston College right back to the line. Looking downfield on first down. Got the quick pass. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to throw, time running short in the half. It's caught. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Caught near the sticks. It's Harris. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. Looking to throw on first down. Here comes the heat. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions have them staring at 3rd and 10. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. And the try is no good. Hoping to cut into that lead, and they did not. The lead is huge.
Listen, he's a guy that makes 60-yarders in practice, so they give him that opportunity with his big leg. He misses it. The opponent didn't set up the return, so they're going to get the football back now. A pretty good field position. There's still a few ticks left on the clock. They've got a chance to steal some points here late in the half.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. What a scene there in Pittsburgh. What a fine performance we've seen. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys on the north side of Pittsburgh.
Pitt will try to boot this thing deep to start the second half. On the move from inside is 5. And the returner will be brought down. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. Punt is in the air. He will make the fair catch just a few yards shy of midfield. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Out of the gun, the inside give. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. Scanning the field, it's nickel. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And how about the strong safety on that blitz? Great job timing it and also getting to the quarterback. Sometimes you're going to have to negotiate around tight ends and running backs, and that strong safety, he just beelined into the backfield.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Pitt will have to boot this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Trying play action. Makes the catch, it's Harris. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The Golden Eagles are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Makes the grab. And he's still running after the move. Gash! He smashes his way through again. Oh, there were a few steps there. He was thinking touchdown, but they finally get him down after the big pickup at the 25. BC back to work after picking up the first down. Snagged in the middle, it's Harris. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles.
And that's what I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys, and they usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with his speed, to make people miss, and he showed it to you right there on that touchdown catch.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And it's up and good. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Rice is having its way offensively, just marching up and down the field at a breathtaking pace. They're up by 28 over Rutgers. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks. Oh, he's got some space. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air. It's nickel. Gets away. The Panthers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Get it out on the screen. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Pittsburgh has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Rushes on him. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
Another sack by this defense, but how about this QB? He continues to get back up every single time, still leading his team, still staying positive, still putting them in a good position to win this football game.
Pitt will line up to punt it away. Waves the arm for the fair catch, and the catch is made close to the 30-yard line. BC has it back, and the Eagle offense returns to the field. Just a short pass to the tight end. Oh, that is a nice move to get the ball out to the 36. And the Golden Eagles in a good spot here with second and short. Looking to fire. Finds his man. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. To the air on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Jones. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Off the play fake. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. He hurls one deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds his man. It's Harris. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Looking for space, it's Peoples. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Dropping back, it's Nickel. Got his man on the right. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. From the gun, wants to pass. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Those are hard for offensive linemen when they get beat and you're going, no, look out for your blind side, watch out. But great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground and getting the football out. A little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty.
BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. Looking to throw on first down. Good timing on the quick out. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. BC trying to turn this red zone trip into a party in the mods. Wants to throw on first down. Escapes trouble. Breaks into the open. Headed to the end zone. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Boston College. Sometimes you're hesitant to use your quarterback as a runner. Not when your quarterback runs like this.
You dang right. I'm going to use him. I'm going to use him early and often. The dude can run so well, can make you miss. Do you worry about him getting dinged up throughout a game? Sure, but when you can do things like that, it makes your offense so much stronger.
Now the two-point conversion attempt is coming. Looking to throw. Under fire. And down goes the quarterback. There are penalty flags down, but it looks as if this might be on the offense. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They'll run play action. Fires to the right. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Now facing a 3rd and long. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. He'll try to do it himself. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down. Hit right back to the line.
And that's a big reason why this offense is so dangerous. If they get the lead, because of this guy's scrambling ability, they can just close the door, put that foot on your throat, and not take it off. Nobody was open that time. It looked like he was going to get sacked, and he just very nonchalantly was able to buy himself some time. He gets outside, uses his speed, picks up the 1st down. The offense stays on the field. They've already got the lead, and now they're just bleeding this clock away.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. He'll keep it himself. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. He'll pull it on the read. Touchdown, Panthers! And the punishment has been extended. They build this 4th quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So they marched the ball 41 yards on that drive. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. He'll start the return inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Starts the drive trying to go up top. Got the big tight end on the corner route. Timeout called by the offense. 23 seconds remaining in the game. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Wants to go up top on 1st down. The sure hands, it's Jones. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Timeout is called by the offense. 16 seconds left in the game. Now on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Grab near the marker. It's Jones. They get the timeout called. 11 seconds remaining to play. Boston College coming to the line after moving the chains. Looking downfield on 1st down. Didn't have much of a choice there but to get rid of it. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Back to pass on second down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And the pass is dropped and incomplete, and that's going to do it. Clock has struck 0, and the ball game is over. All business today for this ball club. They come out, and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things that are going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team today.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome to Charlottesville, Mr. Jefferson's University, the University of Virginia, where fans have been flooding the grounds since early this morning. Today, a clash between a couple of ACC rivals in a game that could have big-time implications for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the winners of 5 straight, the Pittsburgh Panthers, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Virginia Cavaliers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Cavaliers will put total leather and will get started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Panthers offense has the ball first today. And they're going to be met by one of the best defenses in the nation, David. And I know seeing a defense doing what they want, when they want to do it, makes you... Pulls and fires complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Pitt pushing the pace. To the air, it's Nickel. Makes the catch. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Looking for room, it's Peoples.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Running back searching for a hole. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Pitt. He got a step and just dusted the field.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing him go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it back looking for help. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So Virginia's offense will go to work for the first time today. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example.
There he goes. Got the first down, looking for more. And he picks up a first down. That is not a flag on the play. It's just lingerie on the deck after that move.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
The Cavaliers are moving quickly down the field.
Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are. And look, they got the first down, and they're like, all right, let's crank this tempo up now. We got first down. Let's go fast.
Tight end finds a soft spot. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. And the Cavaliers are in the hurry up.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. Working that left side. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
The Cavaliers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Fires to the tight end. He'll step out of bounds just short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49 after a good pickup on that play. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Finds the tight end. He is denied, cannot get to the first down marker, and it's 4th down coming. Punt is on its way. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Dropping back, it's nickel. And the Panthers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to fire on second down. And the sack all the way back at the 5.
Well, the defense has the opponent backed up in their own end, and they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback. You see the athleticism and the speed they have up front as they're able to notch that sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Power football with the run. Oh, what a cut! They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. Bottled him up. Not a whole lot of room to run on that return, and that's how this period will come to an end. That's the end of the period, and Pittsburgh has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. On the move, it's Thurman. Turning it on. Past the sticks, and he may get more. Out of bounds at the 33, but not before the big pickup for the ground game. And the Cavaliers in the hurry-up.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
Under fire. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Makes the grab. It's Abdullah.
On defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right now.
Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And that play is going to drive the offensive coordinator crazy. Remember, in college football now, there's communication between the coordinator and the quarterback with the headsets in the helmet, and you know he was reminding his QB that time, listen, you cannot take a sack here. Remember, we're in field goal range. If nobody's open, throw it away. His QB did not listen to the advice. He takes a terrible sack, and now they're out of field goal range.
Punt is on its way. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Makes the grab. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Looking for a man. It's Nickel. Grab behind the line. It's Peoples. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Pitt will have to boot this one away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. They really need to find a way to punch back on this drive, already down 14. Got it in the middle. It's Robinson. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. The Cavaliers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Now the play fake. Intercepted. Got room on the return. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
And defensive backs, you think, don't have good hands. The big fella shows it. How about that defensive back going up and getting the interception? Nice job breaking on the football. You say that's why you play defense, because you don't have hands? Yeah, I beg to differ.
Great place to start for this offense. Looking to throw on first down. Finds a spot in the middle. Oh, he's got some space. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Pittsburgh will come to the line with a first and goal. Looking to the end zone. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. To the air, it's nickel. It's complete on the right side. Touchdown, Panthers. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Notre Dame is trailing right now, but they are not out of this. I remember Rocket Ismail wake up the echoes all by himself. Let's see if this group can come back. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Indiana. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this Big Ten battle.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Got a little space.
All season long, we've been watching this defense dominate against the run. They're the #1 rush defense in the entire country. With a big lead in this game, you cannot run the ball and expect to win and get back in it.
That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
And the Cavaliers want to move quickly.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure that...
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Quickly out to the tight end. He stopped short, and it's 4th down. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. The Cavaliers will punt it away on 4th down. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Dropping back, it's nickel. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
They have been road warriors here in this. to a tough environment, but in all three phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the first half.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. He'll do it himself. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. Going to swing it on second down. Makes the grab. It's locked. Trying to give them some room to work with. Stop just short of the 20. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 19.
And in this offense, you know, as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, he's now already over 2,000 yards on the season.
And the Cavaliers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Wants to throw on 3rd. Oh, they're after him. He'll pull it down and run. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. The Cavaliers will call on their punt team. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Surprisingly makes a fair catch just outside the 40-yard line. Off play action on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Working the middle. They bring him down, but it'll be 1st down at the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw. It's nickel. Pocket breaking down. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. The Panthers now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Got his man quickly. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Passing game very effective on 2nd down. What about here on 3rd? Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Showing the arm strength down the left side. He's got it for a big play.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Here's a heat. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on 1st down in the red zone. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to fight another play in the red zone. It'll be 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. How about this defense making a statement to end the half with a sack? And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. He'll try to knock it through from 38 yards out. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Charlottesville. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem, and I don't think this defense has the solution. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at the Carl Smith Center and Scott Stadium.
Pitt will kick off, ready to get things started here in the 3rd quarter. And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. They come into this 3rd quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score, I get a stop, I can score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
And it took the defense a bit to get a handle on him, a little slippery with all those juke moves. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They just needed inches. Instead, they lost 3 feet. What a play by the defense. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick. You could play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on them. They're so quick, so elusive. Does such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score the TD.
And the extra point makes it 28-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the interception, and things are going from bad to worse. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Most defenses are lucky if you have one good covering corner. Fewer are lucky if you have two. They've got 3 DBs, 3 corners that can play at the same time in their nickel package that they feel can go mano-a-mano with anyone in the country, and you saw it on that last play coming away with the pick.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Back to throw, it's nickel. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers! The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does, takes advantage of great field position.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point was good. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, just wanted to get you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Notre Dame is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Joe Montana, this might not be over yet. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Indiana. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have Big Ten fans buzzing all week. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Off play action. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And if this offense wants to get back in the football game, it starts up front. Like, they've got to do a better job of protecting their quarterback. A 3rd down and long situation coming up. They'll have another opportunity. They got to keep their quarterback upright.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And that's why you got to avoid 3rd and long situations if you're on offense, because the defense knows it's pass, and all these guys are pinning their ears back. They're getting upfield, and you're under so much duress. On top of that, you give up a fumble. That is a huge play for the defense.
And this, my friend, is what you call advantageous field position. Starting the drive with a 1st and goal. Quarterback on the keeper. Touchdown, Pitt! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option, and you've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he tacks on the extra point. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They'll try the run. Breaks into the open. Moves it out to the 34-yard line. A nice 15-yard gain on that one. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. To the air on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Robinson. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the 3rd quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the 3rd quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the 1st half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. The give to the back. Gets it past the marker. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's Thomas. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to throw, it's nickel. Finds his tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. They've worked it down to the 30. This defense standing tall, trying to force a field goal try. Give to the running back. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Pittsburgh has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. And as we start the 4th quarter, they'll try to knock 3 through the uprights. This one will be a 45-yard attempt, and he'll kick it from the left side. Absolutely center cut. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a nonprofit, man, like a charity giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds his big tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. So now it's 2nd and long. Leaves it with the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. And the Cavaliers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a 1st down on the play. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Now they'll run the draw. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Tried to pound it on 1st down, now back to the line. 2nd down, he'll throw it. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
I think this quarterback now at this point is looking over to the sideline saying, hey, can we just not throw it anymore? I mean, my guys, they can't block for me. I've got no chance back here. We need to just run the ball from this point out.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. The Cavaliers send out the punt unit. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6th time tonight. Wants to bring it back. He only needs a sliver of daylight. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. He'll keep it himself. And this one will be stopped for no gain. We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. Looking downfield, it's nickel. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
The offensive line coach will be pulling his hair out. His head coach is okay right now because they're winning the game, but from an O-line standpoint, they've been atrocious in pass pro.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. Pitt will line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Makes a nice grab at the 25. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. He's got it.
And it's all about coachable moments, and obviously they have not had a ton of success throwing the ball in this game, but as a coach, I think you're just looking for positives, like that play.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. They get the win. They are now bowl eligible, but when you have a 0 in the loss column, there are much bigger fish to fry.
I think a lot of people thought they'd be 6-0 at this point, too. So we know they're going to a bowl game. Great. But, David, they've got their eyes set on the college football playoff and a national championship. They have that kind of talent. They're not surprised they're 6-0. They're looking to do bigger things.
No, 6-0 is great, but that's not the goal. They want to be 12-0. They want to be 14-0. They want to continue this streak as long as they possibly can. Extremely talented. Nobody's surprised, and their goals are a lot bigger than this.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.